finally figured out what black girl pussy looks like, and that is burnt brisket but cut open. I haven't really been able to put my finger on it for like the longest time, and today we finally discovered that if you just like burn a brisket but somehow it's still raw in the middle, that's what black pussy looks like. Brown pussy superior. Welcome back to the NoFilter Podcast, everybody. I hope everything is going good as we roll into 4th of July. I sound like I have a lot of energy, but in reality, I just ate chicken and a pound of corn, so I know I'm going to probably pass out here within the next fucking 2 hours. But no, what the fuck is going on with you guys? I recently just got tickets for the Mark Norman show, as I told you guys in the past, but we are finally now able to buy them, and I couldn't find a date for it. I couldn't find anybody to go with that I wanted to go with, so I just bought my ticket, and it's going to be me, my friend, his girlfriend, and his cousin. So I think it's going to be a great fucking time. And you know, I really thought my first comedian I was ever going to see was going to be Bill Burr. But, you know, Mark Norman's just as good. I think Mark Norman's funnier, as Mark Norman's younger and is kind of more in the loop on what's going on in the real world. Like, I'm not saying Bill Burr's, like, out of it, but I want to say that's, like, killing Bill Burr's fucking train here. Because, like, yeah, his podcast still averages a lot of views. And, you know, he's still, like, one of the best comedians if I ever want to go back and, like, listen to, like, a good podcast. I listen to Bill Burr pretty often. But I just feel like he's just fallen out of the loop here. And I think he could easily just save himself from drowning if he just, if he kind of just pays more attention. He chooses not to listen to politics. He chooses not to listen to all that bullshit on the news, and I think that's where a lot of comedy comes from. You know, and speaking of politics, they just had the first debate between Trump and Joe Biden, and man, I did not watch it. I've seen clips here and there, and holy fuck, dude. Dude, Joe Biden's cooked, bro. He's fucking done for. Watching him talk and debate was fucking just hard to, you know, listen to. That's you know, they're saying that Donald Trump killed the debate. I think they said that he took like 66.5% and Joe Biden only took 33.5 or whatever. And the 33.5, who the fuck's voting for these polls, by the way? Because I'm sure hell I'm not voting for anything. But I'll get back to that. For the people who voted for him, man, dude, you really thought he did good? Then how did Trump do? Fantastic? Because I don't know. I have to go back and I have to watch it. I have to listen to it. I don't know how long the debate is, but I'll probably listen to it when I drive to a party on Saturday. Hang on, let's look it up. Trump v. Biden debate. Let's look it up right now. Is there the whole debate? What? No way. Why is it saying 11 hours? It looks like it was an hour and 45 minutes. I'll have to go back and I'll have to watch it. I just don't want to hear a fucking old guy mumble. You guys do know that the reason why they had that debate, because, you know, they've been trying to fucking phase those out, is because they were trying to see who was more competent to run the White House, and they were really banking on Donald Trump fucking going up there and having a stroke. I think they were also trying to test the waters for Joe Biden because, you know, he's got to get up there as we get closer to November, which is not that far away, and he's got to get up there and defend his spot in the seat. So, rumor has it that they have Kamala Harris going up there and running for president, but I don't know about you guys, but she is no Michelle Obama, or like, I'm trying to think of who else ran that was like that would have a good chance. You know, the only reason why Kamala Harris was picked was because she was black, right, and female. She had like a 0.01% of voting population. She was only picked because she was black and female. And even then, she's not even, like, in my eyes, I'm not saying what she is, you know, but I'm just saying what I see is she just kind of looks like the meth head that you see wandering around in fucking khakis and a torn up sweater on the streets of Chicago. No, I'm curious to see what they're going to do here moving forward, because there's got to be a change, dude. Whether it's fucking Donald Trump, Kennedy, Biden, I don't give a fuck, dude. Clearly, we've seen better results under Trump, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm biased because, yes, I'm Republican, but I'm also, like, self-aware to know that, hey, this fucking guy obviously can get our gas lower, can make better business deals, can flex our military power whenever needed. In the last 4 years, our country's just been ecstatic. When they go, oh, we've had the most job increase, it's like, yes, because people have to work fucking more to battle inflation. And that kind of go, and if you want to get your fucking car fixed, like, I dropped $2,000 in the past 6 months on my truck to get work done to it. And, I don't see myself, if I was not where I was at now, don't see myself ever doing that. I don't, because it's cheaper to drop $2,000 on a car to fix it than it is to go out and buy a new car. Either way, what I'm trying to say is that there's got to be a change in the economy. I don't understand these politicians that get in there and they have all these ideas and then they shit the bed when they get in there. That's just I should run for president, honestly. You know what? I'm running for president. When I become old enough, I'm running for it. Because, you know what? I'm a pretty honest... They're going to come back. They're going to find this fucking podcast. They're going to be like, well, this guy talked about molesting Michael Jackson. Brisket looks like black girl pussy. And fucking how I think we should forget 9/11. They're going to look at all three of those, and they're going to pull it up when I'm in the middle of a debate and be like, did you say these things? No, but if I was to run for president, the biggest thing I would work on would be business-wise. And I say that because do I dare say that the middle class is no longer a thing? Is it? It's got to be, right? I'm middle class. I like to think I am, like a lower middle class. I think it's weird because people don't like specify. You have lower middle. Wait, you have lower class, and you have a lower higher class, and you have lower middle class, and lower or higher middle class, and then lower rich class and higher rich class. Jesus Christ, that was a struggle. So you kind of have to specify where you sit. Maybe I sit on like the lower high portion. So I guess I'm not middle class, maybe. I don't know. I'm comfortable. I'm okay. I'm not like, I don't know. How do I put that in a sentence? I'm not in a bad situation, but it could always be better. I'm thankful for what I got. There we go. Look at that. Look at me using my words. But if I was run for president, I would most definitely really look into a lot of the policies that they have written up. And I'm not going to lie to you. None of this fucking... look, you got me fucked up. All right? As a civilian, I am not reading 736 pages of a GI Bill or whatever the fuck these people push out. Okay? The book's going to be 10 pages long. This is what we're doing, and this is how we're going to do it. I don't understand when they push out these like $1.6 billion fucking bill, they only address two things that they... Like, that no more. That's a no-go. That's a no-go. If I'm going to push out a bill, whether I'm Republican or Democratic, I promise you I'm going to explain. I'm going to go on television. I will firsthand explain to you what is in this bill, what the bill is going to go towards, and what I would like to see from the House and the Senate if I was to ever run for president. I'm not just going to leave these people out of the loop because there's people out there who can't fucking read, okay? Like me, I'm dyslexic as fuck, okay? I can't imagine somebody who's not only dyslexic but has kids and a family and has to work fucking more than 40 hours a week. They're not going to sit down and read 736 pages of a fucking bill that they're trying to push for $1.6 billion. I would totally fucking change that. I would get, if I wrote a fucking $736 billion bill, whatever bullshit page, you know what I'm talking about. If I was to ever do that, I would not leave an American out of the loop. I would never do that. I would write the bill. And if I want to push that bill, if I want to push it, I'm going to let the American people decide. Because at the end of the day, your people, they're writing these fucking bills. They're writing these fucking bills, dude, that don't benefit us. They don't. I would write a bill up if I wanted to fucking change the way our gas tax is or property, whatever the fuck it is. Little Debbie cakes are no longer more than $2 a cake, you know? I would write the bill up. And then I would get on national TV, and I would explain what was in the bill, obviously, avoiding all, if it passes security clearance, and I could talk about this on live TV, of course, because, you never know what's in those bills. And then I would be like, You as the American people have to vote if you want this. Yes, are we going to have to do more voting? Yes, we will have to. But at least under my presidency, you would never have to worry about if I'm fucking you in the ass or not. Because I know what it's like for them to pass bills at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm asleep. And next thing you know, I wake up and gas is fucking $7 a gallon. None of that bullshit, because we're funding these other wars that we're not even participating in. We're just giving them our shit and our money. And that's also another thing. I would cut off money to these other fucking countries, because from my knowledge, we're funding these countries that are at war, which we're theoretically a part of, right? We could fund these countries that these people... I'm not saying, okay, I want to make this very clear. War is fucking bad. War is bad. We shouldn't be doing it. And innocent people are fucking dying every fucking day because these assholes want to go out there and they want to do something. But I would stop funding that war. Your country's at war because X, Y, and Z. Your country is, not mine. And I think what pisses me off is you hear that all the time. You hear all the time that America is funding over this much money, giving them this much money. We're giving them military equipment. We're giving them first aid, food, supply, everything you can think of under the sun. And then when the fuck do you ever hear that from other countries? Maybe my newsfeed just doesn't give it to me, you know? But I never once see Australia or the UK or Canada. It's always America fucking funding other countries. Can you understand how much more powerful and better America would be if we actually funded our own fucking country instead of having these people out on the streets? Like, I'm being straight up with you. America would be more unstoppable than what it is now if we fucking got the people off the streets. And like I said, fucking 4 podcasts ago, it's like people are like, oh, all these fucking aliens coming in from the Mexican border. It's like, boo fucking who, bro? Get them a fucking civilian ship here. Civilian ship? Make them a civilian, have them start paying taxes. That's more money we could put into the government, and not only that, they don't have to worry about getting deported, and they could make a better life for them and their family, because that's what a lot of them are trying to do. Obviously, we have to slow down the border crisis, but I think we can most definitely negotiate, and if they want to come here and help make more money for America, dude, I'm all for it. All right? So as president, if I was to ever run, that would be my main focus, is just taking care of the American people. That's just kind of how I feel on that situation. Jesus Christ, I went most definitely down a fucking rabbit hole with that one, but I most definitely cannot stand the fucking ignorance that these politicians have. I would make hanging pedophiles something that we should do on live TV. There's too many of those. Too many fucking pedophiles out there. And you know, I thought that the number wasn't that bad, but now, like, what was his name? Dr. Disrespect. I totally forgot that guy existed till I saw a meme where it's like he was rooting for the 40 miners, not the 49ers. That shit fucking took me out. I thought, oh my god, that shit's so funny. Not him, like, talking to children, but, no, just the fact that I totally forgot who that guy was, and he just started resurfacing in my feed because I guess he's a pedophile. I don't know how his career is going to go after that, but, I mean, remember Mini Lad? Anybody who used to watch any content creators, he most definitely got caught talking to an underage kid. And I think the only exception I have for that is it's either, you know, fucking Call Me Carson. He's one of the YouTube creators that I still watch, but got accused of talking to an underage girl. And the only reason why I still watch him is because the research that I've done and that I've heard is that he was talking to this girl and she lied about her age. And then sooner or later came out that she was a minor and destroyed most of his career. The guy decided to do a huge, like, donation for everything that has happened. And even though he was... Yes, he was in the wrong for talking to a minor, but there's only so much you can do when someone lies about their age, and that's a big thing. I'm not defending him one bit, but the guy did go up there. He did run a huge donation. He did content every day, and all the money that from that content he did not profit off of. He just donated at the end of the year. I think he got close to like $500,000. So to show that he fucking made a mistake and that, you know, this is what happened with this person, because it takes a lot of balls to address it. A lot of people don't address it until they get caught. I believe he addressed it when he got caught, but that's because, you know, how the internet is. Something gets leaked, and by the time you fucking, like, get a chance to explain yourself or show context, the fucking internet's already on fire with this one topic. So, yeah, man, I think that's most definitely, I don't know, that's killing pedophiles is not a touchy subject for me at all. That and rapists, fucking serial killer, like, people like that, dude, they don't fucking, if you're a pedophile, you're touching little kids, I believe it should be an instant death penalty. You can either offer to fucking be killed or test subject, because I don't understand why we're using fucking animals when there's plenty of sick fucking people out here that don't deserve to walk around with a penis. And there's women who rape too and do all this shit as well, but it's more common in men for some reason. And then I believe if you're a rapist, death or get your dick cut off, and you have to wear a sign on your fucking back that says, "I raped somebody. This is my fucking issue," and it's their fucking dick taped to a fucking cardboard sign. You know what? Me being when I became a police officer part-time, one of the biggest reasons for that was because I truly care for the women and children that are out there that can't defend themselves, and it's happening more and more these days. And man, that shit just fucking breaks my heart, because most of the time those people walk free, and I don't know, that kind of hits home for me. But moving forward here, because that's more touchy than it has to be for me. The fucking Cubs played against the Brewers these last 3 days, and I would bitch about the Cubs, I would, but it was the Brewers, man. They've been playing like a fucking champion for the last fucking 15 or 16 games. They've been killing it, dude. So at this point, I'm just enjoying the season, the highlights, you know, even if we win or lose. I cannot stand the fucking inconsistency, though. Like, at least win a series every now and again. You know, like, you don't have to win every game, but I would like to see a series, you know. What else is going on in my personal life? As you guys can tell, the energy is kind of there. It kind of isn't. Mostly because I just went and fucking jerked off, you know. Fucking busted a nut over there. No, but the energy is moderately up, in the sense that, you know, I'm learning the self-worth here, and it's kind of just like I'm hitting a weird point in this breakup that I'm going through, where it's like, you know what, it's either shit's gonna work itself out or it's not, and I can't stop anything that's gonna happen. I've heard a lot of bullshit. I've ignored a lot of bullshit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's just a lot of things I'm not happy about. But there's really nothing I can do about that. So I'm really just taking it one day at a time. I'm actually I know it's gonna be like last night. Could not sleep for the fucking life of me. My neighbor was being loud as fuck, and you know what? I would totally report him, but he was just downstairs playing video games. You know, but other than that, like, the anxiety's kind of still there. I know that's why I'm doing a podcast right now. It's kind of a little bit of anxiety going on. But also, just because I haven't done a podcast for you guys in a little bit. But no, my neighbor last night, he was he was downstairs, and, you know, because I live in an apartment, or a condo, whatever the fuck. And this guy he was just like screaming, dude. He was screaming loud as fuck. And then he was slamming doors every now and again. And, you know, I don't know what he does for a living, but, you know, he's home when I'm home, and he's up all night. So I'm curious on, like, what the fuck he does for a living. Maybe he's just a streamer, maybe, or something. I don't know. But it's just like, I want to report him. I do. And because he's being fucking loud, but that's just not my place to say. Because I can't report him for being underneath me and being loud, and all I hear is him screaming, and it's not even that bad. Like, yes, do I hear it and it scares me when I wake up? Yes, it scares me because I hear screaming and it freaks me out. But my neighbor next door fucking smokes hella pot, and sometimes fucking plays music where all you hear is just the bass for some fucking reason. And I don't know. The one thing I hate about living here is it's not like it's bad. I love living where I live. But the problem is that the neighbors that we get sometimes, man, are fucking ridiculous. And it's like, I thought we do background checks on these motherfuckers. Let's reply back to this guy. Hang on. Yeah, I was just fucking... I've been curious if I want to take a dive back into the dating world, or if I want to fucking try fixing this bullshit. But I'm enjoying the realizing like what I'm worth, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I think like sometimes there's like moments. God, dude, why'd you text back so fast? You never text back. Sorry guys, I'm replying back to this guy. How you athlete. Holy shit. Why could when I was spelling I was wait, hold up, but I also okay. So, I'm texting my friend from work and I'm telling him about this fucking person, and I was like trying to spell the word athlete, and I couldn't figure it out because I'm like, why does that not look right? I put ALTHETE. And again, not moderately autistic, just dyslexic. Oh my god, dude. Can you believe that one day a girl is going to want to carry my kids? Holy fuck. That's just... man. I'm scared that my kid's going to come out as dumb as I am. I'm not saying like I'm fucking full-blown retarded, but like, I don't know. I would like my kid to be smart, but I also want my kid to fucking, enjoy high school and not get bullied. See, I was weird because looking back at it, I didn't like reading the books that the school gave us because I was kind of like ahead of reading, and then I fell behind in it because I was slower at it. I remember like I used to get bullied because I couldn't keep up in like school and stuff. I remember I used to lie like, "Oh, I got this in my report card." Like, "Oh, I got a B," but really I got a D. I remember that shit, man. I'm hoping that my kid does not get bullied like I did. Oh my god, I think I got bullied because my dad wasn't around and I didn't have a mom. Looking at it now, dude, I'm just like, fuck, man. I think a lot of those issues really just come from not having anybody around. Not having anybody around. I think like I think my kids are gonna be okay. I'm excited to have kids. And I was just hanging out with my friend. I'm not gonna name him because he's got 2 daughters. I've named him before on his podcast, but not frequently. He's a very rare person I mention, and I'm not gonna name him or his fiance because they have 2 daughters, and I rather respect their privacy and their security. Now, if you break into this guy's fucking house, good luck, because he's probably gonna rip you in half. This guy's got fucking strength like no other. But I was hanging out with his daughters while him and his fiance were inside cooking dinner. We were fucking kicking a ball around and stuff, and it was just like, damn. Like, this is gonna be me and my kids one day. I have videos and photos that were funny. His daughter was walking around with a lime. just holding it. And sometimes she would lick it. And you know how kids are. They set shit down in weird ways. And so she would set the cut half portion on the floor. And she would just like leave it and then come back and lick it. And they try to like take it away, but she wants it. So they just let her have the lime. So they gave her the lime to see her reaction, but then she ended up liking it. So now her thing is limes. And I think it's so fucking adorable. It just makes me look forward to what I have in store. But let me tell you something. You guys have me fucked up. First off, I'm scared that my kid's going to find this podcast one day, okay? Not that to be bad. It's going to be like, wow, my dad truly was either super autistic or popular. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, I will discipline the fuck out of my kid if I have to. Like, hey, you cheated on your girlfriend or your boyfriend, whatever the fuck. Yeah, you're fucking grounded, dude. So I think, like, for me, I'm gonna be one of those dads where it's like, hey, this person you were with, you cheated on, and do they know yet? And if I get like the word no, not yet, then I'll be like, tell them. You tell them, or I'm going to. And then when they tell them, I'm going to be like, all right, good. Now give me your fucking phone, and you're deleting all the social medias on your phone. I would be a total. If you're 18 and up, dude, you fucking do you. But do know, I know what that feeling's like. I know what that feeling like if not being first priority, being told you're first priority, but then not being treated like it, and you're out there giving someone else your fucking attention. I know what that feels like. I know what it's like to be replaced. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare continue that bullshit, bro. I promise you, if I ever catch my fucking kids doing that, and I don't know if that speaks volume about me, about how I'm gonna handle that situation. But if I ever catch my kid cheating or like leading somebody on, dude, I'm gonna snap at my kid because, like I said, I know what that's like. And I also think like it's important to know, like, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to teach my kid to know how to, because I'm bad at this. You got to know, like, who to chase and when to chase them, you know? Me, I'm still have hope over here. So I'm just as guilty, but I'm going to teach my kid that it's like, hey, bro, like, if they don't want to be around, then fuck them. They want to fucking... They want to go give someone else their attention, let them go give their attention. And I wish I could take my own advice, but I unfortunately grew up with childhood issues. So it's a little bit different. But I'm going to make sure that my kid understands that, you know what, not everybody's going to stay. And sometimes, you know what, there's going to be some people where it's like, dude, this person has to stay in my life because it feels like they're meant to be there. That's what I'm going through. So the situation is not necessarily the same thing. But, I could say myself I'm running out of hope, and I got to teach my kid just to know, like, hey, when to pump the brakes, on certain shit. So, I was like, all right, so to update you guys, I was asking my friend about his cousin. Oh, he's 25. I'm like, well, that's good. Now I know if we don't click, it's because of the age gap. And he's like, yeah, totally the age gap. I was like, bro, let me just have my excuses. Hey, he's already a fan of the show. Well, I'm glad. I'm just not like a fucking athlete. He's like, I'm not sure that will matter on the inside of a theater. You never know. Hang on. I'm replying back. You never know when this guy's gonna throw a fucking fastball at you. But things have been. Jesus Christ! I swear to God, I have not gotten messages all day, and people are just like suddenly, let's message Eddie. Oh my God! Yeah. Fuck. What else is going on in the world? Let's check. I gotta check the weather. To be honest, I woke up this morning and I went to work and I left at like 4:45. I'm finally starting to pull my head out of my ass here. And I woke up, it was super fucking cold. It was like 52 degrees. I always have my heat on in the car, but I choose to that's because I choose to. I like having my heat on in the car. What is going on here? What's going on here? I hate that the sun sets so fucking late, dude. I'm just trying to sleep. I love looking at the Weather Channel because they put the records in like it's a fucking NFL reading. Like on this day. Oh shit. Hang on. Let's see. The average low in July has always been 60s. Is this true? I think that's a little too low. What? I'm no conspiracy theorist. I don't think they're fucking with our like weather, because if they are, then they're kind of fucking retarded because they have no idea what they're doing. But sometimes I just question the weather, where it's like, how the fuck is it 95 degrees on Saturday, and come Sunday night it's like fucking 54? How does that make any sense? In 24 hours, you can sit there and tell me it dropped like 40 degrees. Oh man, I'm kind of out of shit here to talk about. I thought, just like I said, just jump on here, give you guys something. What the fuck? What? Hang on. I'm just gonna laugh react. I don't know what he wants me to. I don't know what let's see if he's gonna respond back. I just laugh reacted, and I'm hoping he. I don't know. This is all right. Good. He's typing back. I want to address a few things really quick. Hang on. Let me tell him I gotta wrap this podcast up. So I've been getting a lot of like questions about weightlifting lately. I've been I've gotten a few questions from my friends, some people in the gym, and I'm telling them like, hey, like I usually point them in this direction, and I feel like I should start kind of addressing how I do it. Obviously, like I've put on some weight, I've also lost some weight. My weight fluctuates like a motherfucker. Like I cannot express. It's like someone's like a grandpa's heart rate monitor, dude. It's fucking boop 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 boop, boop fucking flatlines, and it shoots back up. And that kind of. So it's hard for me to give advice. I've asked how I've gotten so vascular. That just came with it, I guess. I don't have it, but. My only advice for you as of right now, for anybody out there who's trying to gain weight and try to gain muscle, number one, heart breaks. That helps. Very cliche, but let me tell you something, brother. You hit failure on every fucking set, no matter what. For a long time, or not a long time, for the past month, I was fucking just hitting PRs left and right, dude. And that's just because I wanted to feel something a little bit. I hit legs so many times last month. You don't even understand. And so my only advice to you if you want to get big is obviously ignore the heartbreak part. That's just all jokes. Is you got to eat big, and you want to get big, you got to eat big, right? And and consistency in the gym, and always slight progression. And it doesn't even have to slight progression at least every other workout, whether it's like a 5-pounder or extra reps. Like that shit goes a long way, and you know, you're gonna get those fucking beginner gains, and you're gonna fucking plateau, and then you're gonna get more gains, and you're gonna plateau. It's part of the process as being a natural. And I tell people that all the time. One of the biggest flaws I see when people are out there in the gym is the consistency portion. I cannot tell you how many people who say, "Oh my god, I don't go to the gym as much, I don't do this as much," and they don't fucking stay consistent. They don't stay on top of it, and so that's what I'm telling you to do. I don't watch my diet. I've kind of accepted that if I was to drop from a heart attack tomorrow, then that was my life choices. I want Portillo's. I did not go to Portillo's because I have no one to go with. But Portillo's or Chipotle, because I have no one to go with. So I was lucky enough I stopped myself from another fucking step closer to a heart attack. But I don't count my calories, but if you're just trying to get big, there's no fucking reason to. There's no reason to count your calories. Fucking eat your protein. Drink milk, maybe. Don't drink too much. Or it's bad for you. And fucking just work out, man. Just fucking push yourself a little bit harder than the rest. I know, but doing that, it's kind of a lifestyle, right? And I know I've talked about it on this podcast before, and people tell me that, like, no, it's just that you know, this, and that. But if you're with somebody, if you're dating, or if you're married, or you have kids, you got to make sure that they're a priority. Like I said, I found that out too late. I found a lot of things out too late, and I would go back and I would change a lot of things. I really would. in the sense that, you know what, I probably would have never spent so much time in a gym. I probably would have never worked so much. But you know what? That's the shit that fucking makes you who you are today. And you're gonna find somebody out there. I should probably put my fucking AC on. But you're gonna find somebody out there who supports that hobby, and you're gonna find somebody who fucking who loves seeing the progression with you. And you know, and the jokes aside, you know, you find a thicker girl in the gym, you tell her, hey, good job. That shit's actually an investment, because you're gonna build her trust, and she's gonna be like, this guy was here for me since day one. He was here when I was 486 pounds. And I had cankles. Now look at me, I'm 112, and I got the fattest ass. You know, and next thing you know, you got the whole fucking crowd cheering for you. So I was such a fucking dumbass. So that's my only advice for people who want to get big, which is just fucking stick to it, eat big. You know, on those days that you're tired, even if you're just going in to just work the muscle, you're not getting the best pump. You're not lifting the heaviest. All it matters is that you're fucking getting in there and you're doing the job. So you start to build a respect with the people that go there. I fucking know everybody who goes to the gym. I've built some weird respect with almost all of them. And then yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I you know, since I'm on like a motivational portion of the topic, since I fucking already started leaking into it. And like I was saying in the fucking gym thing, is that you're going to find somebody who wants to do that with you. And I'm starting to realize that as well myself. You're going to find somebody who's going to want to fucking be there for every fucking moment. Even when you leave for like work for 9 to 10 months, or like you got to travel, you got to do this and that, or you know, you're fucking working all these hours. You're going to I got to sneeze. Fuck me. You're gonna bless you, Eddie. Fucking ignorant cunts. You're gonna find somebody who's gonna want to who's gonna wait for you to come home. So you're gonna find that person. Unfortunately, I don't know. Some people are probably already found it. You know, some people probably already have that fucking gold mine of a husband or wife or whatever. But, yeah, you know, this generation's also very much about not fighting for relationships, I've noticed. I was just talking to Molly about this the other day, and they were talking about, like, certain people and shit, and we're like, well, how come? They're like, well, they jump on dating apps and shit, and they expect for that to work, and it doesn't work, and they're like, well, how come they don't want to be with us, and this, and that, and it's like, well, because you dump something serious, or, like, whatever you want to call it, I guess, just to jump into another relationship. And we were talking about just like how her people were just doing that for the longest time. But that's my only advice to you. And if you guys could take that as you wish, but you also gotta fucking be with somebody who appreciates the fact that you fight or you God, what's the other word I'm looking for? Care about a relationship. Because if they don't, just take that love and put it somewhere else. That's a big thing too. Yeah, I think that's all I really got. Just fucking know your worth. Know your worth. I'm slowly finding mine as I'm getting a little bit older. Every day, my knees crack just a little bit more, and you know, most people when they start getting older, they look at their dick and balls and they go, God, and they're like, fuck, dude, I'm getting old. And you know what? I look at my feet and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm getting old. I look at my feet and I'm like, dude, my shit looks like my dad's. My dad's fucking feet were fucked up from Marine Corps boots. So, they're kind of looking like that here. It's kind of raunchy. I gotta get my feet probably like, I don't know, like a salon or something. But yeah, there you go. Anybody who's fucking younger or older, if you're in a relationship, fucking keep working on it. If you're not, one day at a time, brother, one day at a time. Shit starts to get better. It really does. And especially when you start to realize that you're like, you know what? I think I can do better. Sometimes people break up and you literally can't do better. There's no such thing. Trust me, I know. Yeah. And then I know a lot of people ask about for financial advice. I've already done a podcast on that as well. You guys can go find that somewhere in the fucking bottom, where I think it was like a rags or bitches or something, and that was just explaining like where I was at and how I got to where I was. I think I should really start to update that as I go, because a lot has changed since then. I want to say I changed a lot since then. Actually, I think if I look back or I like listen to old podcasts. I was listening back to old podcasts with Claudia, like the ones I had Claudia on and stuff, and those were good. And then I listened back to podcasts where it's like I was by myself, and the comfortability I have with talking into a microphone these days is a lot better than what it was when I first started. And then fucking the maturity I have when it comes to how I talk is most definitely has changed. I think that shit's crazy. Obviously addressing the fucking joke in the beginning of the podcast, because I know there's gonna be that one person, that's racist! We love all our women, alright? I just prefer brown women nowadays. Oh my god, piercings too. Fuck. That's what we like here, okay? That's my go-to, but I like white women too, but I would never date a black girl. If anybody who knows, I've dated two black girls. And I remember just the first time I sniffed her vagina, and I thought I fucking just bleached my nose. So I choose not to date black women, just not my thing. I just mostly fuck with like the Hispanic culture and whites. That's it. So, all right. Well, before I dig this fucking rabbit hole any deeper, I will fucking push another podcast out, I think, right before 4th of July. No promises. Thank you guys for the fucking support that I'm getting. I know I say it every fucking podcast, but I'll remind you I don't forget. That shit just doesn't leave my head all the time. I do check the numbers moderately often. The watch time is fucking up, and that's fantastic. That's what I look for, honestly. It's not the subscriber count. It's the fucking watch time. The feedback I've been getting has been pretty good. I've been told by many people that they love the raw emotion. They love the fact that there's no more fucking fake personality, which there wasn't really one to begin with on here. It's just they love the fact that I'm honest and I'm open with certain shit, or just like I'm just honest with my emotion. Things are getting better here, though. Do know that. And I'm just hoping nothing but for the best as I move forward with the stuff I have going on at home. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys for listening. I will talk to you guys later.